outfittersrating.com, enter. You've entered outfittersrating.com. Program engaged. Welcome, Bill. Welcome, Doug. Select this week's adventure. Select species, black bear. Select location, Quebec. Select outfitter, Domaine Shannon. Outfittersrating.com TV starts now.
The deep, dark forests of Quebec play host to a seemingly endless variety of game. Outfitters Ratings' Bill Miller has ventured into the Quebec wilderness on more than a few occasions, and he has the photo album to prove it. One big game species, however, is notably absent from Bill's collection of Quebec hunting photos. While the French-Canadian hospitality has been beyond compare on most trips, the black bear has been less than welcoming to Mr. Miller. On no less than 3 prior occasions, Bill has made the trip to this eastern Canadian province in pursuit of bruiser bruins, only to return home empty-handed. With 6 full days to hunt some of the best black bear territory that Canada has to offer, his odds are good. Will the bears cooperate and help narrate a glorious victory for our hero? Or will they play the part of the villain, sending Bill home once again defeated? Bill's destination for this trip is Domaine Shannon, a highlight of Quebec hunting and fishing destinations for more than 40 years.
Domaine Shannon is one of those remote locations that you can drive to. It's about a 3.5-hour drive from Ottawa, Ontario, and about a 5-hour drive from Montreal. And that's the way I came up. Flew into Montreal, landed, rented a car, and drove on up.
Bill's guide for this hunt is Isaiah Ballou, nicknamed Easy, a veteran of more than 10 seasons at Domaine Shannon.
It's a long day of travel to get here if you do it all in one day. But the beautiful thing about spring bear hunting is it's all done in the evening from 5 o'clock until dark. So I got into camp and immediately went to the range to double check my rifle. Anytime I fly on a long trip, I always want to shoot my rifle before I go hunting. Now the stand that Easy had selected for me to sit in was one where they'd been taking a lot of trail camera photos of a very, very big bear. Problem was, all of the photos, the only time the bear's ever been seen is well after dark. But the hope is that the bear will make a mistake, decide he's hungry, and come in early to the bait. The first night was a little bit slow for action. Only one bear came into the bait. Smallish bear, maybe 200 pounds, maybe a little bit less than that. He didn't even come in to eat. He was so wary, he just came in, a few seconds, looked around, didn't like what he saw, smelled, was worried about something and left. That's usually the sign of a non-dominant bear, a bear that's definitely not king of that bait site. So I knew that there was a bigger boy out there from the pictures, from his reaction, and because he was so wary, it gave me some hope that that bigger bear might be very close, but he didn't show up before dark.
Day 1 comes to an end as so many of Bill's bear hunts have in Quebec, with Bill empty-handed. Outfitters Rating TV returns in a moment.
Outfitters Rating TV is brought to you by OutfittersRating.com. Trust, but verify. EuroOptic.com, the source for premium firearms and optics. Swacker, broadheads that open so fast you can hear the swack. Khmer Deer, the revolutionary deer attractant. And by Carl Zeiss Sport Optics. Zeiss, we make it visible.
Doug Hamrick for OutfittersRating.com. Folks, you cannot believe the number of emails and phone calls we receive from people on bad trips. Some literally to the point of tears because they've saved for years. Others not happy because they're not getting those services as contracted. OutfittersRating.com can eliminate those risks and help you book with confidence. Actually, we're getting a lot of emails and phone calls thanking us for the service. It's working, folks. OutfittersRating.com.
The second day in camp, Outfitters Ratings' Bill Miller forgoes the excellent morning fishing on the lake to accompany his guide, Isaiah Ballou, nicknamed Easy, on his daily run to service baits, hoping to gain some insights into the minds of the bears in the area and get a feel for Easy's tried-and-true bear baiting techniques.
What do you use for bait, Easy?
I use a scrap meat, the rest of the butcher. So you have enough deer meat or pork or beef meat too. So
You bring it all in at the beginning of the season?
yeah,
How much?
a couple pounds, maybe. Oh yeah, much.
Well, with 60 baits, you got to have some bulk out there.
I need a lot, and
You're
I
feeding
use,
a lot of bear.
Yeah, that's true. So I need to use the grain. It's the comb with old meat and much molasses inside. So,
Oh, okay. Sweet feed.
yeah, the bear love that.
Great black bear hunting requires plenty of what Quebec has: good habitat, quality wildlife management, and outfitters willing to put in the hours required to establish and maintain the best bear hunting territories. Domaine Shannon has been in the business of hunting and fishing for more than 40 years. Co-owner Serge Denis started working at the lake when his father owned the business. Now he runs the operation some 200 miles north of Ottawa with his brother.
My father started in 1969, and from there he had it until 1992. In 1992, me and my brother took the place, and we've been here until since we are young, so we always work here. Well, the main pleasure we have is to see the satisfaction of the clients we receive. We have a lot of friends who start to be clients and now they are friends. I have some people who've been here for 50 years now. So this week I have a fisherman that's been here since 1952. For fishing, we have 335 square kilometers, and for moose hunting too. For bear hunting, we got access to the reserve Laverendree, and we go outside on the free lands and on my territory. So we cover for bear hunting about 1,000 square miles.
There's his front paw.
Yeah, that's true. And the back,
Nice and big.
back one is over there. So it's longer than my hands.
Big tracks and a long way in between. So
Yeah.
it's a good bear. It's the big one that's in the pictures. Even though action at that stand had been slowed, that's where they've been seeing him time and time again on the cameras. So second night, Easy took me back to that same spot, put me out, zip, nothing. A long sit, no bear sighted at all.
Day 3. Bill decides to partake in some of the fishing offered on the lake at the camp. The promise of a fresh walleye lunch looms large.
Look at that. Now, I grew up in Wisconsin where we went out fishing specifically for perch this size because there is nothing on earth that eats like that.
Alas, Bill's best efforts to coax a big eye into biting are thwarted by the Bill Miller Quebec bear hunt curse. As the sun begins to fall and bear hunting hour approaches, Bill and his guide Easy reconsider their options and abandon the stand being visited by the big bear they have been watching.
Easy's telling us that we are the first hunters ever to hunt this bait. There's at least a couple of bear coming in here. One that's something north of 200 pounds, which is what we're looking for. It's 10 minutes after 9. We've got a bear out in front of us. It's just too dark. As luck would have it, we had a good bear come in. A couple 100-pounder plus, maybe even a little bit. But he decided that night he was going to come in after dark too, or at least after dark for the camera. With good optics like you should bring up here for your hunt, I'm using Zeiss binoculars and a scope on my rifle. It would have been easy. It almost like shooting at high noon. But cameras don't work that way. And it was just too dark, black on black, to make a good TV show with that bear.
The following morning, Bill again decides to join Easy on his rounds checking baits. After rebaiting the stand Bill had hunted the first 2 evenings, Easy pulls the memory card from the trail camera, hoping to uncover more evidence of the big boy bear frequenting the area.
Hi, Bill.
Hey.
Can I show you something?
Yes, please.
That's some picture from the stand you hunt two nights ago. That's the small one we've seen before.
Mm-hmm. You came in early.
Yeah, 7 o'clock. If we go later, so at 9 o'clock, the other one was there, the big one.
9:03.
Yeah, that's the first time we've seen it during the day. So just want to show you that, and you can decide if you want to hunt that stand or...
Oh, and he hung around a long time too,
yeah.
didn't he?
It's a decision most hunters love to be faced with, but hate to have to make. Go with the odds and hunt where there's the most activity, or roll the dice and take a chance on a shot at a trophy. Outfitters Rating TV returns in a moment.
Folks, we truly love what we do, and we're proud to offer this service to you. But make sure you're utilizing it. If you're looking for an outfitted hunt or a charter, come to the site, look these guys up, and know what you're going to get before you go. Outfitters and charters, if you put your heart and soul in your business, this is the place you need to be. Join us. It works.
You want to supercharge your corn, grain, or protein pellet? Try new Khmer Deer Corn Coat. Whatever you treat, the deer will eat. And Corn Coat is so simple to mix. You just pour it in and shake it up. We have had some absolutely amazing results by using Khmer Deer Corn Coat. You've got to try it. Khmer Deer.
At EuroOptic.com, we provide only the finest optics and shooting products available, including night vision and thermal vision monoculars, goggles, and weapon sights from brands you trust, like Benelli, EOTech, Sako, and Night Force. So the next time you're looking for quality optics or firearms, call us at 570-220-3159 or visit us at EuroOptic.com.
Recently, a series of grueling tests were conducted to show the performance of today's top broadheads. Test 1, durability. Swacker shows its toughness. Test 2, penetration. Crushes this shoulder blade, cutting 18 inches deep. Test 3, extreme angles. Swacker dominates the quartering shot. See how the Swacker performed in all the tests at swacker.com.
Outfitters Ratings' Bill Miller just can't stay away from Quebec, or so it would seem. This is, after all, his 4th trip here in pursuit of black bear, and so far, he's right where he started. No shots fired, no bear in hand. But maybe tonight will be the night. It's day 4 of a 6-day hunt with Domaine Shannon, north of Ottawa. Having seen a couple of medium-sized bears up close, but just photographs of the trophy Bruin he's been dreaming of, Bill has a decision to make. Sit on the stand that looks like a sure thing with good traffic from decent bears, or chance another night on the bait that seems to be the favorite of a nocturnal monster, hoping he will show up with daylight to spare for a change.
We were just over halfway through the hunt. It was going to be the 4th night of a 6-night hunt. And I decided that, yeah, we can give the big boy one more chance to make a mistake. I still got 2 nights left if I want to go back to that other bait and try to take the other bear. So, Easy took me out, put me into that old familiar stand. I wasn't in the stand very long and the action started. That medium-sized bear came back in, went in, grabbed a piece of meat, and took off back into the woods. Again, a sign of a bear that's very wary because he thinks there's a bigger bear around that's going to kick his butt. But he wasn't gone very long and he came back. Grabbed a little more food, went off into the woods. Wasn't gone very long and he came back. Spent some more time this time, got much more relaxed. Sat, laid down, scratched himself. Well, finally, it was approaching 8 o'clock and he'd been there for a while, and I still had the visions in my head of the pictures of that big bear coming in at 9:03, thinking, I'm gonna wait, I'm gonna wait, I'm gonna wait. The reason I'm here is to take that big bear that Serge has been sending me pictures of for weeks. The bear took off. I sat there 5 minutes and I'm starting to second guess myself. Should I have taken that bear? He's a good bear, he's a good representative bear, that's what we're after. Why didn't I shoot him? I should have shot him. And decided that, well, okay, if he comes back now, after 8 o'clock, I'm gonna take that bear. So I sat in the stand and thought about things and do what you do when you're on a stand waiting for animals to come in, and suddenly I glanced up and I could see another bear coming down the logging road. I mean, just ambling along. I'm gonna shoot this bear. He is really big. Oh, that's a big bear. Oh, what a bear. What a bear. Only 8:17. He's way off schedule, but I ain't complaining. Easy?
Yeah.
I made your job easy tonight. He's right there.
Oh yes. Congratulations. Let's go see it.
I think it's the big one.
Oh, look at that. It's a nice one. Congratulations. Yes, sir.
I tell you, man, I haven't shook like that since I don't know when. Up to the shot, I was fine, but he didn't move 6 inches. He just dropped right there where he was laying, and I was just, just an incredible feeling. Who knows what made a bear like that decide this one time that instead of waiting till after dark, I'm gonna come in full daylight at 8:17. And he did. I was just fortunate enough to be there when he came in.
It's a huge one. Huge. And look, the V on it.
Oh, a white. I never shot one with a white V before.
No?
No.
Outfitters Rating TV returns in a moment.
OutfittersRating.com will change the way you look at outfitters and charters. Outfitters, if you do what you say you do and run a quality business, it's a no-brainer. It's free, it's quick, and it's simple. Hunters and fishermen, now you have the resources to verify you get what you pay for. All you have to do is visit the outfitter testimonials on the site and you'll understand why you want to be here.
Outfittersrating.com. Trust but verify.
Outfitters Rating TV is brought to you by OutfittersRating.com. Trust but verify. EuroOptic.com, the source for premium firearms and optics. Swacker, broadheads that open so fast you can hear the swack. Khmer Deer, the revolutionary deer attractant. And by Carl Zeiss Sport Optics. Zeiss, we make it visible.
The curse is lifted. The quest is finally complete. The fourth time, it turns out, is the charm. After 3 previous failed trips, Bill Miller has his Quebec black bear, thanks to patience, persistence, and a good bit of skill and experience.
Standard operating procedure on most spring bear hunts is for your guide to take you out to the stand and leave you for the afternoon and evening hunt. Your stand could be a shooting house, could be a platform stand, could be a tree stand. But you're going to be there on your own, and it's up to you to judge the size of the bear that come into the bait so that you can take the one that you want. Your outfitter should give you some recommendations on how to go about judging the size of those animals. And it's really common to look for a bear that's stocky, stout, fat looking. He's got short legs and a big belly. Small bears are lanky, lean, look like they have long legs, long neck. In the case of Domaine Shannon, each bait station has a 30-gallon drum that they put the grain in for the bait. It's great to use that as a comparison to the bear. What I'm looking for on these 30-gallon drums is a bear that stands well above the drum at its shoulders when it's standing there flat-footed with its head down or head out straight. A bear that's twice as big as the drum, that's a really good bear. When a bear comes into the bait, you want to study them through your binoculars. Now, in most cases, you're going to be less than 100 yards away from the bear, particularly on a bow stand. You're going to be less than 30 yards away from the bear. But even at those short ranges, good binoculars are critical to your ability to judge the bear. Now, one of the things that you're told is use the size and position of the ears on the head to tell you how big a bear is. And that really is true. It works great, but it's hard to picture unless you've seen a lot of bear. Well, I've taken a step to help you visualize what that means and what that looks like. But now, before I show it to you, I have to say that any similarity to any copyright, trademarked, or otherwise protected entity is purely coincidental. I built these myself for demonstration purposes. A small bear is going to have its ears positioned on top of its head, and the ears are going to look big. So what I have on right now, this is what you don't want to see, or you don't want to shoot anyway when it comes into the bait. Big ears on top of the head mean small bear. But if the bear that comes in has ears that look small and are positioned on the outside part of its head, that's a bear with a big skull, generally meaning a big, mature boar. And you need to be figuring out how you're going to get a shot at the bear that looks like this. But again, check it out through your binoculars. It's the only way to tell. Serge, I made something for you that'll help future clients. We did a little video piece with this. This is no shoot. No shoot. This is shooting. All right. So you can keep those. We had a great time. Thanks a lot. Thank you, Serge.
Folks, make sure you come to the site, sign up for the team membership, and check the hunt schedule. We got a lot of good hunts in 2013. Love to have you come along with us, Bill Miller or myself, and an opportunity to be filmed for the show. Outfittersrating.com. Make sure to visit and sign up.